So, to the lady and the gentleman, which way will the cookie crumble, Rahul Shivshankar?
You guys haven't still learnt a lesson, have you? No, look, the fundamental point is this, and one must remember that Maharashtra is actually a prestige battle. There's no doubt about it. Second largest state in the Indian Union, if I'm allowed to say that. 48 seats from the Lok Sabha, but a massive number from the Vidhan Sabha. It's a massive, massive state, not just because of the outsized footprint, electoral footprint, but also because it is really a growth engine.
Correct.
It's a growth engine, and it's very crucial, therefore, that in whichever capacity the BJP retains it, because specifically if it doesn't, then in most of the urban metros, the BJP is not going to be in power. So this is one factor that we mustn't forget. That's why in just the last 20 days, there has been a flurry of activity from the Mahayuti. They have rolled out and rolled out and rolled out a large number of schemes. In fact, I have this article from the Times of India. Jaideep Hardikar has written it. It's fascinating because in just the last few weeks, you have had the number of various schemes rolled, which is going to put an additional 1 lakh crore hit on an already oversized, overstretched budget. The state is not doing financially well. On top of this, you're going to add another 1 lakh crore expense in doling out these so-called freebies, and most of them are freebies. There is nothing here that constitutes, apart from 1 or 5 schemes, an empowerment dimension. This is really put money in the hands of people. In fact, 3 or 4 installments have already been paid out of a particular kind of dole to women.
That's the Ladki Behan.
Yes. So, look, there is an attempt here to reconfigure. You know, you used a word, who has the narrative, who has the momentum going into this, and very cleverly, like the BJP did, and it really went unnoticed. So, we want to have to really focus on this. In Haryana, it quickly tweaked some of its policies which weren't working, unpopular decisions it withdrew. Here, very cleverly, the BJP-led alliance has decided to course correct and give out all those things that are required. Now, will it be enough? That's the fundamental question.
One of the first people to come out and celebrate the Haryana victory was Devendra Fadnavis. And they said that whatever has happened in Haryana is going to give us a big boost, and we are going to now set the narrative. We're going to wrest the narrative back and put the truth out there. That's what he said. He said that there were false narratives, false stories pushed, which hurt us in the Lok Sabha, and he openly talked about this whole vote jihad game of the opposition. But then he also said that we will set the narrative right. Interestingly, Aman and Pallavi, even as the Election Commission sits there to dole out the dates, we'll have Subramaniam Jaishankar touching down over in Islamabad for the SCO meet. Although there are no engagements, there's a dinner later on in the evening, but 3:30 p.m. India time is when he's scheduled to touch down. But let's focus back on Maharashtra, because this is another interesting dangal. What is the BJP thinking right now, Aman? And more importantly, within the Aghadi, is this very critical for the Congress? Will the Congress now again will have to play wear the humble or the humility cap and then allow the UBT and Sharad Pawar to dictate?
See, Anand, I think if you look at the Lok Sabha results, where there was a setback for the Mahayuti in a way, the vote difference between both the alliances was just 0.4%. It was a very minuscule vote difference. BJP has come back from bigger deficits in the past. That is why I think the BJP feels that can easily make up this deficit of 0.4% in its favor, because obviously there was also a big sympathy vote in the Lok Sabha for Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray. That card has been played once, it won't maybe play out again. Also, this issue of the OBC creamy layer, raising the limit of that, I think BJP has done a course correction. It worked for them in Haryana. But I think the big ace up the BJP sleeve is this women's scheme. They launched this soon after the Lok Sabha elections. 3 installments of rupees 1,500 each has gone to nearly 90 lakh women in the state. We believe 2 more installments will go before the votes are cast. So this is an exact replica of what happened in Madhya Pradesh. Money in someone's bank account, people are assured that this money will continue if this government continues. In fact, Mr. Shinde has said that this money will be doubled if their government comes back to power. I think the third learning from Madhya Pradesh, sending in their two top lieutenants, Bhupendra Yadav and Ashwini Vaishnav, who handled the election in Madhya Pradesh for them. Now they're handling the election in Maharashtra. So that experience of coming from behind. Obviously, the BJP has lots to showcase on the face of infrastructure. In the last 2 years, they've been able to change the face of infrastructure in Mumbai and other parts of Maharashtra with the centre support. So I think all that is going in the BJP's favor in this election.
Yeah, a lot will hinge there, ladies and gentlemen, because the BMC elections have not happened. Thane Municipal Corporation elections have not happened. A lot of the municipal corporation elections, including BMC, has not happened. So they are dragging that on. So there is a policy paralysis even at the local level that is witnessed across multiple regions of Maharashtra. How are they going to do this? The Supreme Court there's been a petition and the court is going to hear this entire thing of what is Revdi and what is not, what is allowed and what is not, and they've sought some clear deadlines and benchmarks from the court, dictating it to the political parties and also advising the Election Commission to keep a close tab on that. Pallavi, Arunima and Payal with us. So the ladies, as you take over, your thoughts, how important is this? Even as we speak, Maharashtra, it's the big game, but there is an eye on Jharkhand too, where there is JMM plus Congress in power, and the BJP is wanting to wrest that again.
And again, unlike in Haryana, in Maharashtra and Jharkhand are two state elections where the Congress is in an alliance. It's a coalition government, and therefore that big brother urge which is there in the Congress party, it may not be able to do that. I mean, in fact, at a meeting which took place, I think yesterday or day before, Rahul Gandhi made it very clear to his party leaders that please don't speak on behalf of the alliance. Just speak for yourself, hit the ground, kaam karo, and I don't want to listen to any excuses. I think the dependence on Sharad Pawar is going to increase because they feel that 84 not out, and he said that yesterday. Chahe main 84 ka hoon ya 90 ka hoon, I'll do everything to save Maharashtra. So I think the dependence on Sharad Pawar to bail them out is going to increase in Maharashtra. It's a huge prestige battle. It's a huge setback for the Congress. But look at the stark difference. If the BJP appointed Bhupendra Yadav and Ashwini Vaishnav a couple of months back, if I'm not mistaken, today the Congress announces its observers. And the same people who are responsible for the debacle of Haryana are back. And you have Ashok Gehlot and all of them back. So nothing has been learned. A Charanjit Singh Channi, who was not able to get that mojo going in Jammu and Kashmir, is back as one of the observers. That's one lesson which has not been learned. But again, very quickly, I mean, Rahul Gandhi, Kharge said, we don't want any excuses, no infighting, kaun CM banega, kisko kya ticket milega, you leave it to us to decide. So it's going to be a very central kind of a control. It's going to be very central control on the campaign of Maharashtra. That's one lesson which they're trying to learn from Haryana.